because reality sucks. And you truly, oh, Dispiritor, don't do that. Anyway, happy Thursday. This is Wrath the Righteous. We're currently 2 days, 11 hours, and 34 minutes into our current playthrough. We should be hitting Act 3 pretty quick here. The mask was to protect people from yourself. It is true. That's still true, Jeff. The other masks are still, if you're infected, the other masks, the cloth and the surgical masks, are mainly their job is to protect other people from you. But because of the way Omicron and Delta are more infectious than the original COVID, you want the other masks as well, because are the N75s, because they protect you as well because they're more fitted to your face. It's a tighter fit. Again, not as comfortable to wear, but they protect you more from than in the air around you. Yeah, but it's still to protect others too. The N75 still are meant to protect others, but provide you a little bit more better protection too. Hey, Rang, welcome back. Yes, we're just past. We just did pick up the Azata stuff on Tuesday. There's our little pet dragon, Avu. Yes, let's go over characters real quick. So we have Gimpy Arcanist, level 9. Neutral good. Arcanist and Mythic Path is Azata. So there we go there. So we got the Dragon Companion, Song of Heroic Resolve. So get that. Do Creative Enduring. They'll get some of the Mastodon too. So there's Gimpy. Then we have Sela. Sela is our main story character. She's our tank. Level 9 Paladin of Iomade. Regil is filling in for Rocket at the moment, who is our 4th mercenary. But Regil's taking a spot because of reasons. Then we have Scout. Scout is a neutral good Wind Whisperer, which is an Oracle. She is our healer and main buffer. Now we have Veronica, our lawful neutral human blood kineticist. She is a ranged damage person. She does that job fairly well so far. Then we have Mickey. Mickey apparently got a level drain. When did that happen? Gonna have to fix that. Anyway, Mickey is a lawful good Kitsune Deliverer, which is a Slayer. He is focusing on bows, of course, as you can see, and those are our first 3 mercenaries. And our 4th mercenary is Rocket. He is a Kitsune Shadow Shaman. His job is to do sneak attack melee damage, so stuff. Is that a pet dragon or a pet pseudo dragon? It's a pet dragon. Oh, poor Bismuth died. Anyway, so this is Avu. This is the companion for the Azata. So level 10, higher level than us. A Havoc dragon. Let's see. What does he do? His abilities. He's immune to Sonic. He's extraplanar. Immune to Confusion. Immune to Sickened. Immune to Nauseated. He's chaotic, because he's chaotic good. Immune to Sleep. Immune to Paralysis. He's airborne. He can charge. He has a breath weapon that does once every 1 to 4 rounds. He deals 2d. He can deal 2d10 points of sonic damage to everyone in a 30-foot cone. This damage increases by 2d10 for every Azata mythic rank, so it's not too bad.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyNe. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yes, the party are really its pets, but anyway, thank you for watching. Happy Thursday. Weapon focused tail. Yeah, I just saw that. Improved critical tail. So that's a bite attack. That's a claw attack. So where's the tail stuff? Improved critical bite too. Huh. So weapon focus tail, weapon focus unarmed strike, so that'd be the claw stuff. Interesting creature. Does it have artistic abilities? Probably. Too small for a tail attack? Probably not. It's probably... No, there's everything it has. So there's its bite, claw, unarmed strike, unarmed strike. How many strikes does this thing have? And there's something down here too. So the tail isn't listed separately so far. Huh. So there's actually more stuff down here, but we can't see it. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's a decent little pet. And then class stuff. So all the stuff we already looked at. Then at level 13, he's gonna get spells. What kind of spells does he get? Oh, there we go. So Bane, Cure Light. So it looks like divinity stuff. So he gets, like I said, yeah, it's mostly divinity stuff there at level 1. I think it's level 2 at 17. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it looks mostly divinity. I don't see anything that would be classified as anything else. And of course the feats as we go up. Okay, so interesting little creature. We didn't really look at him on Tuesday, so. Background selection, none. What? Deity selection, none. I'm guessing I'm going to become its deity would be my guess. If it's anything like Lich. Anyway, so that's the dragon. I guess we should do our mythic stuff real quick since we're here. So Sela. Sela, our tank. She already has enduring spells. So we get greater enduring spells. So that means all her buffs last a day, right? Confuse, charm, etc. Yeah, not sure what they include in this camp. Yeah, it looks like it's a divinity spell list, so she would get those spells that you just listed off to spare her. So, get those for Sela, so we don't have to worry about her weapon buff so much anymore.
And I'll do it.
Regil, the little angry gnome. Abundant Smite of Chaos, so number of uses. Okay, equal to half your mythic rank. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Cleaving shot, no, that's at ranged. During spells, it doesn't have any. Opportunity stuff. Inspirational leader. He's not really going to be in our group, so it's not that big a deal. Leaving strike, though. As long as you keep fighting, the power of melee attacks keeps growing. Turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain an attack bonus plus 2 damage rolls with melee weapons up to a yes. That's a good one for him.
No time for idling.
Scout. Scout already has greater enduring spells. So. Where's the extra spells? Where's the extra spells? Oh, those aren't the mythic abilities, are they? Nope. Oh, it is right there. I didn't expect it to be right there at the top of the list, but yes, this is what we were looking for. More spells for Scout.
I'll make my own legend.
Now this would be interesting for Veronica, because we have kinetic overcharge. So, gather power now reduces the burn cost for the kinetic blast by an additional 1 point. So that's what she has. Send an element. None of her stuff doesn't fall into any of that. Abundant. No, we already did that. So summon, spell meditation, no. Range weapons active enough energy to forget the melee stuff. No. No mental barrage again. Time you damage an ally. No. That, never ready. Takes opportunity. Expose vulnerability. Nope. Stand, leading strike. Rage. No. Master shapeshifter. No. Over-infused blast. So you can use your mythic powers to change your kinetic blast even ever further. You can simultaneously apply 2 substance infusions to your kinetic blast. Anything else? Sounds fine, I guess. Apply 2 substance infusions. That'd be nice. Okay, let's get that.
Should I?
Mickey. Mickey, our archer. He already has ranging shots. Cleaving shot. Each time you deal critical damage to range attack. Oh yeah. More damage. That one. Defensive study. Find a way to use your perception and knowledge to better defend yourself. Your study target ability gives you a bonus to AC against the target of your study. Okay. Distracting shots. That's for reduce the AC against melee. That's melee. No, is that melee? You need to target. Yeah, it is melee. Mythical Beast. Your animal companion is just as mythic as you. Your animal companion gains a bonus to strength, dexterity, and constitution equal to half your mythic rank. That's here because Bismuth is his pet, technically. We're not going to worry about that. Good enough. Okay, so we'll take the cleaving shot. No, we don't know what's the one that does extra damage. Yeah, it is cleaving shot. So, every time you do critical damage to a ranged weapon or reduce target below 0 hit points, you deal damage to other enemies within 10 feet. Okay. So that's our group. Bismuth is alive again. Skip him. Meh. It's there. It's free damage.
We will be victorious. Amranda grata.
Stop it. So Gimpy's almost dead. Scout. Heal Gimpy, please. Where's Gimpy? Can't get to him because reasons. Mickey.
I got this.
You ever stop when you ask them to stop it? Oh, do they ever stop?
Saturday
No.
and Sunday,
I think they're
January
deaf.
15th and 16th are the monthly giveaways for January.
Forgive me.
A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching. Happy Thursday. So, no charge for the dragon. Oh, look how cute she is. Look, she can read stuff on him. And it's Sonic, so yeah. That's a cute little dragon. I'm guessing we're hasted still, aren't we? No, we're not. Then why are we running so fast? Why does it feel so much faster? Dum, dum, dum. So currently, Evil Outsider Bang, Cold Iron. So it's actually not blessed. So this is the Holy Weapon Bond. Should last for 24 hours now. I have a song on Gimpy now. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I don't know exactly what it does, but it's not really efficient when he's, you know, unconscious. So Heroic Weapon Bind. Good for a day. Gonna like that on the Paladin. And Veronica. She's getting souped up for some reason. Why?
Forwards!
Boo. Okay, now she's supposed to be able to do 2 infusions now if she wants. Right? Extended range. No actions left this turn, that's okay. Anyway, closer. Gimpy, you're unconscious. Substance infusions, right. So it's not different stuff. Scout. We're supposed to heal Gimpy. For some reason. We need to get her the ranged healing there, because that seems to be an issue for her. Wow, that was the best heal. Okay, Mickey, a bit closer. Ah, screwed up.
Damn you!
Dragon's no bigger than a dog. How old is it? 1 year? It's only level 10, so I'm guessing it's gonna get bigger. I would think. Get him, Bismuth. Or not. Get him, Dragon. Eager. See? It's big enough.
Godspeed.
It's big enough.
We should move.
One more for good luck. No. There we go. Top everybody off. That was an accident. Yes, it's a dragon starter kit. What am I supposed to be doing? Solemn Hour. Give her family sword, which bears the name Solemn Hour. But I don't want to. Oh, guess we have to go this way. Apparently we can't use those incredibly non-functional stairs. I see that now. Stuff. So now we have 2 pets. Dinosaur and a dragon. My 10-year-old self is screaming. At this rate, the pets will have pets? Maybe.
They choose to stand against me?
Dun, dun, dun. Rachel. 4? For what? The snake, cat, some other things scurrying around. Oh, those are familiars. Technically, I guess they're pets. It's a pipe fox.
We won't falter.
It's not a fox. However, Mickey and Rocket are foxes, kind of, sort of. They're fox men, fox people, whatever you want to call them.
Strike with all your might.
And unfortunately, this did not stay over there. It's supposed to. Gives her a bonus to her dexterity and constitution because she's got so much burn piled up. Get him, Sela. Ish. Gimpy. So where's his other little friend? Or are they back this way? Oh. Last of the magic missiles. Soup it up. Okay, where'd that come from? There he is. What the hell? Don't know what's going on there. Hey, Hobo, welcome back. Happy Thursday. Talking in-game or real life. For in real life, what Mickey and Rocket are really fox people? And I have to talk to Miss Gimpy about that one. Got a lightning bolt she can throw. Probably should have shot him. Okay, little dragon. Breath weapon is back up again. Oh, isn't it cute? 39, because he did make a saving throw. Sucks to be you. My keyboard's acting funny. Or the camera's acting funny. Yeah, this is going to be the new MVP at this rate. My keyboard. Something's odd. Why are you always picking on Gimpy?
Are you still here?
If I had the stuff on me, yes. Avu is a pet, so. There's a Minotaur in here too. Gimpy's gonna get smashed, probably. Veronica.
We can do it! The end.
Ow. Ow. She in for 94, though. Unfortunately, he critted her for 58. Not far enough away.
Into the fray!
Gimpy. Get away. Blast him with fire. Ouch. Gimpy actually made a saving throw. Scout. Probably don't want to stay there.
Away, you rascal!
Go Scout. 25 with what? Claw. So she only had 3 attacks. So bite, claw. So she didn't actually have a tail attack. Maybe she has to be bigger.
Good guys always win.
Dodge dragon. Oof.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Let's miss. Did 8, rolled a 4. Gimpy. And shoot him, I guess. Oh, where's your other new ability? New ability is... Oh, look. Can you ride the dragon? It's way too small. That's this different thing. Mask. There's summoning a mastodon. Oh, we lost the paladin for the mastodon. The paladin is way better than mastodon. I just want to point that out. Paladin is way better than mastodon. I have 0 charges. So which one? That's our summon. Oh, is this a song? Song of Heroic Resolve. Allies within 50 foot get a luck bonus on all saving throws equal to half your mythic rank, so that's 1. Maybe 2, if you're being generous. Whenever an ally under this effect makes a successful saving throw, that ally is healed for a number of hit points equal to 2d6 plus mythic rank. So, yeah. Okay, just reorganize there a little bit. Be really good. Oh, yeah, it sounds like it is. Nice little healing spell. Yeah, I already got this. I went through the spellbook on Tuesday. It's level 1 stuff. It's all typical crappy divine stuff.
Do not hold back.
Your time is over.
Come on, Scout. Roll over a 10, please. Little dragon. Dismiss spell. Turn that on just in case. Oh, little dragon. Rachel, unfortunately, is freezing to death.
We will win this war.
Got no air.
I stand ready.
And last one. Suffered a crippling wound down. When does that go away for him? Icy prison for 7 minutes.
I will see this through.
Pause for a second. And oh, look, protection from energy communal. There we go. So I'll eat a bunch of that stuff now. Pour some boiling water on it. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work.
Is there trouble?
There's always trouble.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Can you move at least? No. Use my garden gnome? Yeah, just give him a little funny hat. And then make sure we get Socio to draw a real quick picture of him to remind him.
Let us press on.
7 minutes? Is there an easier way to get rid of this?
A simple smile goes a long way.
Which damage wasn't really. Oh, he's trying to make his save strength. He's got to roll a 20 to get out of that. Any freedom of movement? Probably not. He will murder you when he unthaws if you do that. I know, that's the funny part, Jeff. Because he will get really pissed. Fire belly. No, we don't have any freedom of movement. Oh. New paralysis. Duh.
The world is full of wonder.
Oh, she doesn't have that. How does she not have remove paralysis? I bet Rocket, I bet Rocket has to remove paralysis.
Rely on me.
No, she doesn't. Oh, you can put that on though.
Let us not hesitate.
Gimpy. Nothing there. Yeah, Gimpy's not gonna have anything on arcane stuff, is he?
Adventures are exciting.
Oh, there it is. Of course, he broke it, didn't he? Oh, not yet. Ta-da! Of course, he's still a little cold, though, isn't he? Strap him to the dino. Would be easier
We
to do.
march ahead.
You're about to remove paralysis stuff.
There's something over there.
Yes, it's a trap. Okay,
What's
this
going
is
on here?
Mickey's
Let's
job.
see if I can sneak around.
He at least is sneaky too. Maybe use fireball. Fireball definitely
Close ranks.
works. Oh, these guys. Crappy initiative rolls. Dinosaur. Or sorry, dragon. Not dinosaur, dragon. The thing is just out of range. Hey, this get Mickey's turn.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yes, you are.
I got this.
Scout, you should heal him. Sometimes she does it, sometimes she doesn't. I don't know. Kind of same thing. What, thawing him out with a fireball? It works.
God, it hurts.
It's getting ridiculous. This is help. Allies, bonus to AC. It's a standard action.
Retreat is not an option.
Ah,
The light. Take you.
no. Veronica.
Forwards.
It's water. It's charged water. Actually, it's the blood blast. Oh, let's see. Can Bismuth make it through there? Bismuth is kind of beat up.
Hey
so.
Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
Yes.
If not, you really should.
Okay, so these are demons. Mainly resistant to acid, fire, and cold. Yeah, you're Mickey. So, Avu, is that a female or a male dragon? Does it matter? No, but I want to know if we should be calling it he or a she. Step away, Mickey. Mark that one. Shoot that one. Nice miss. The she dragon? It looks like it should be. With that kind of name, that screams female to me.
You offend me.
Regem.
Kneel before me.
Into the fray! We won't falter!
81 reduced, so she actually did 91. Not too bad for an empowered. We're covered in mud. This isn't going good. Gimpy. Oh, I can't use any of this stuff. It's stupid fire. Maybe it's a non-binary transgender fluid dragon. It could be. I mean, look at its wings. I mean, it looks like it's, you know, a fairy dragon, actually.
Strike as one.
Breath is reloaded. Go dragon.
Are you still here?
There we go. Okay.
I feel like a chosen one.
You are chosen. So, screw that up. Make that corner. You ran away too fast.
Hey, have a look.
Stuff. Literal just stuff. Longsword 1. And a good paw. Okay. With Azata being from the Elysium, wouldn't be far for it to be a fairy dragon. That's what I think it is, probably a fairy dragon, in all honesty. It's called, what, a havoc dragon or something? Yeah, havoc. I have a feeling this is supposed to be a fairy dragon. Based on its size and the wings, it's kind of screaming fairy dragon to me. And I think fairy dragons are chaotic good too, I think.
I tire of waiting.
Me too.
Together, we stand.
Okay, so Citadel Command. Should we rest? I think we should rest before we go upstairs. Just in case, because I don't remember what happens upstairs. It's been so long ago. So long ago. It was only a couple of months ago, and it still feels like it was forever. Alright, let's try again. In your order, you follow 5 deities, including Iomedae and Asmodeus, but you do not follow them in general, only the parts of their faith that you like most. That is correct. It means that you and I are more alike than you would care to think, Paladin. I recognize the Inheritor's many achievements, and I salute them. Technically, I was supposed to be there on the screen. Okay. Buffs are gone.
I will not falter. Together we stand. Our time has come.
You know, the best part about this boosted things is light lasts forever. Yay. That lasts forever too.
I will see this through.
Any other spells that you can use now that'll last for a long time? Oh. Bow? Use person on nobody in particular. Just mainly for rocket, I think. Oh, you can do bless, unbreakable heart, and I think that was it for selections actually. So, his Azata spellbook. So bless, command, and unbreakable heart. Artist choices. Oh, he gets them. Oh, they're kind of like a sorcerer thing, aren't they? To use for a day. Does command show up? There's command. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
A bright future
Let
awaits
us not
us.
hesitate.
It's a level 2 stuff. Oops. So we got the mirror image up. Heroism. That goes on there. Him. And those two. This seems like he desperately needs more spell charges. Well, with the Azata being from the Elysium, wouldn't it be far? Oh no, we already read that part. So there's that. 4. Protection of energy communal. Talk about that later.
I will help where I can.
Yes, you will. Oh, so Blessed Weapon lasts forever now, too. Ah, I should put that on Rocket. Damn it. Or Mickey.
Your orders,
Friendship lasts forever.
Bless lasts forever. I feel this is overkill, but paralysis, good weapons. Get back here. That. Poison stuff. Wait for there. 4. Okay.
This is my path.
For her.
Here we go again.
So the dragon, no spells yet. And Bismuth, of course, not either. Okay, so stuff.
I will guide us.
So what's the point of going into here? Did I miss something? It feels like I missed something over there. Dun, dun.
Come at me. I dare you.
Like how Minotaurs have smite evil.
Hello
There's something
everyone.
bigger in here. There we go.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Thursday. So, dragon. It's got to work on that armor class. Dun, dun. Good, good.
No glory without risk.
Bad rolls. Screw it. We'll activate this.
This one's mine.
Yep, so much for having a tank, huh? That's what I don't like about this. Just walk right on by.
Good guys always win. Damn, son.
Go Mickey. There's the cleaving shot. So he did... Why did he do damage twice? Oh, because there were a bunch of critical hits. That's why. So where's that extra damage come from? Those are all crits. And Veronica. Blast him.
Strike with all your might.
Turn that off. Scout's right there. Step away from him, please.
Stand down.
And Gimpy. Step away from him, please. And since there are only humans back here, multiple humans back there. Oh, well, kind of screwed up. Should have activated his little energy shield to protect himself, because this is going to hurt. I have a feeling that evoker's still alive. Deadly Panda, welcome to the stream. Do you like the side quest, companion quests in this game? The stuff that you get when exploring? Yeah, they're pretty decent. There's some good stories out there. Generally, the general opinion there is the companion quest related stuff is better in this one than it was in Kingmaker. And I have to agree for the most part. Hi, little dragon with the breath weapon. Kill the evoker. That's going to be useful. I like the sonic attack. Nobody's resistant to that. Let's see
The
that.
light take you.
Dice rolls, though, are horrible.
Press the attack.
Finished Pose of Eternity 2 and all the side quests. Yeah, there's lots of side quests here. There's lots. And you're welcome.
I got this.
Yeah, that range. Again,
We
Veronica.
can do it.
We didn't like that. Scout.
Away, you rascal.
Go Scout.
Attack.
Gimpy with the kill for a change.
You require my counsel.
Not really.
Wise.
Sealess Frozen. Ish. We're encumbered. Okay, wait stuff. Mithril chain. How is that? That's lighter. Yes, it is. Okay, studded leather. We don't need to. Oh, we rested, didn't we?
A sweet smile, a gentle voice, and kind words will help me win their hearts. And if that fails, I'll use my sharp nails instead.
You have to put this stuff on.
Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. Inimosi travisi. This will leave a bruise.
It will. How long is that gonna last? Is that the icy prison again? So we have to do the. Was it brain paralysis? Will that work?
Magritium Turinos. We will win this war. I'm
Yes.
all right.
And that did not work.
I'm all right.
I'll make my own legend.
So what's the issue? It's this stupid icy prison. Lasts for 7-8 minutes. Ugh.
I stand ready. I will not falter.
We don't have resist energy stuff. Communal. Actually, do we have regular spell? Oh, look at all these scrolls I picked up that I didn't memorize. So this is Stinking Cloud. Oh, that's what we needed earlier. Like hours ago. Rage. So, communal protection against energy. I don't think we have any of those. Oh, on order. Shield. Scroll resist fire. So we don't have any resist cold. What potions? Ah, there we go. Oh, it lasts a whole, what, 3 minutes? 3 minutes. What's this one? Okay, that stuff. This is not good.
No reason to pause.
She needs to make her saving throw. Or did she? Ah, she finally succeeded, so it goes away. Yeah, that's a horrible spell.
Adventures await.
Okay. Jesus.
Together we stand.
And seeing that, might run through that again. We'll just put another cold up just for fun. And a fire too. In case you get the idea of throwing any fireballs or stuff around. Look, it's our bedroom. Get in my bedroom.
Retreat is not an option.
Your time is over.
Go scout. Get him out of the bedroom. We don't need him here.
Damn you!
Okay, what else is in there? Nothing behind us, right? No. So who's in there? Scout doesn't see anything. Hey, Jay Shaw, welcome to the channel. Slick down, see if it picks up anything. Huh. Okay, maybe not. That was odd.
We should move.
For whatever reason, combat didn't end right away. Oh, we're pretty full, aren't we? This room looks like a little cleaner than the rest of the fortress. It's probably the warden's bedroom. Warden? Which warden?
Godspeed.
It's saying that 2 on turn basis, not ending it all on these dies. I don't remember how I was supposed to. Yeah, I don't. This actually wasn't happening the other day. I don't think they've done any patches lately, though. Oh, you guys.
Let's run, sweetie. Let's go. Why are you so slow? They're almost here.
I'm not going anywhere.
His cracked voice sounds like a rasping, rusty metal.
Don't you feel it? He's got that damn rag with him. I can't teleport. He's going to kill us.
If he kills us, then so be it. But this is my city, and I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
Starting enough of this madness. It's not too late to come back to the side of good. Escape justice for too long, Staunton. Blah, blah, blah. Chaotic. Seem to enjoy blaming others for your problems, Staunton. But you alone have forged your destiny and become a traitor twice over. Yeah, let's go that way.
Of course. I regret nothing. And I'm ready to pay my dues. What about you? Are you ready to pay for everything you've done in the name of your pathetic queen?
Well, technically we don't know her that well. We don't even know if we belong here.
Not everyone here is fighting for Mendev and its queen, fallen paladin. When you crossed to the demon's side, you betrayed all mortal kind. And for that, you must pay.
Tell me, Staunton, why? Why are you fighting on the side of the demons?
You have the audacity to ask me that?
Yep.
I fight on this side because the other side didn't give me a chance. Yes, I made a terrible mistake, and Dresden fell to the demons. The queen should have had me hanged. I deserved it. But she found a far worse punishment for me. False mercy. When she spared me that day, she said she wanted to give me a chance to make amends. And I believed her. For 70 years, I've crawled on my knees, shedding my blood for Mendev, only been spat in the face for it. For 70 years, I watched generations of crusaders grow old and die, never once changing their tune about Staunton the traitor. What else could I give for my mistake? What more punishment could I suffer? How could I ever deserve forgiveness? And one day, I realized there's nothing I can do. The Queen had doomed me to a lifetime of humiliation. And when I grew desperate, I only had 2 choices. To become my own executioner and carry out the sentence she rescinded that day, or go over to the other side.
And he made the wrong choice.
Put yourself in my place. Imagine yourself in that position. What would you choose?
Aren't you tired of fleeing from me, Monago?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. But never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you. Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
Sanity. That's the sound you hear escaping from the room. Nago, what's on your face?
That's not your concern, mortal!
The Masters punished her cruelly for her failure in Canabras. As you can see, the leaders of the demons are as patient with their slaves as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
But Balls, welcome back. But she's a butterface, you know. Get it? Butterface. She doesn't have one. Ha ha ha.
Sweetie, why
she's
are
a
you
true
telling me
butterface.
this? What does it matter? What?
Sorry, that's a horrible joke. It always has been. But in her case, it kind of applies.
Quiet.
Staunton's voice holds no emotion whatsoever except perhaps wariness. The word that fell from his lips barely echoes, but nonetheless, the demon immediately falls silent. I see you have quite the gathering of cowards and traitors here. Even Nura showed up.
You think I'd miss the chance to see Staunton wipe that grin off your smug face?
An arrogant little halfling that betrayed us for no damn reason.
For years, you self-appointed champions of good have treated us like dirt beneath your feet. If the demons will help us get our revenge, then we're with the demons.
Okay, looks like we're done here.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Dresden together? Now shut your lying mouth and fight! Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it!
Defeat is not an option.
Oh, Bismuth. Take it down, can't charge. Wow, Bismuth with the damage. Easy little bard there. Dum 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 dum. Doing fusion stuff. Eating. Again, I wish this would stay over here. Oh. Who last first? Her or the bard? I can't really see the bard because she's great invisible. I'll kill her first. Forwards. 122. Wow, she's only injured. Encumbrance, ways of fatigue. So nice of you. Look, I can do that too, kinda. Evu. Scout. Less stuff, just fatigue thing. Oh, she didn't put that on, but... Oh, okay. So we're gonna do haste and prayer. Oh, and I forgot to play with Gimpy's spellbook again because he's got Quicken, the meta magic. So keep forgetting to do that. Mickey,
are you still here?
Drop that.
Kneel before me.
Smite the evil.
Into the fray.
That was a good hit. Because she's doing force and holy damage. Oh, that's kind of nasty for that, isn't that? I don't know if we're going to be giving up this longsword anytime soon.
This will leave a bruise.
Need more swings.
Hey Gimpy, have you hydrated lately? If not, you really should.
So, note for half the blah blah blah. How long does this last? Starts to perform as it grants all allies within 15 minutes safe blah 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 whenever that ally found its effect. So when does it actually? How long does this last? Dun, dun, dun. Haste.
We won't falter.
Oh, Veronica, get her. There we go.
You stubborn ass! You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself with these very hands.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me? And with what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast! Give me back what's mine. Take him, he's yours. And Dresden too. I don't care about this fortress or this half-wit.
Naga stretches out her hand, a crimson spark flies out of Staunton's eyes and plants itself in her palm. Staunton freezes, stunned. He's silently moving his lips, which have turned gray in a flash, like a fish out of water. The demon turns to you and says that stuff.
I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions. Your constant squabbling. Your incessant accusations and excuses. You treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us. Come on, punish your traitors. I've seen it show countless times.
This is what happens to those who believe the demon's promises. Where are you going? The fun is just starting.
Have fun with Staunton. You and he have similar ideas about what counts as entertainment. Take your filthy rag. Take your befouled ruins. You can make soup out of this moron for all I care. I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay away from me with your swords and shields.
She just go. Oh, that's right. She just runs and jumps over the edge.
So this is to be my fate. I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth nothing. But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore!
Enough of this insanity. Lay down your weapon, Staunton. Come back to us. You've been treated unfairly, but we can still make things right.
You really do believe that, don't you? You really think that you can still change something? Somehow bring a cursed soul back to the light? I wish I could believe like you do, hope like you, but I know too well, there is no hope. I've been dead for a long time. As a matter of fact, the torment of the last few years, I might as well have spent them in the abyss. The only thing you can do for me is finish me off. Let's get this over with. To arms.
Oh, that was depressing.
They will break against our resolve.
Courage. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Get him, dragon. Drains 3 strength from the dragon? How did that work? Flat-footed, magical vestment. Spell resistance. Fatigue and haste. So where did that drain come from?
Strike with all your might!
It's damage. Scout. Scout, do you have a dispel? I don't think she does. She does not. Is our prayer gone or is it still up? Prayer is still up for a few more turns. His haste is almost gone though. Wait until we do that next turn. Probably not the best place to be standing, though.
Good guys always win.
What? What is that spell that he has on?
I got this.
Fatigue. So, I'm confused. How's he doing that? What kind of bullshit is this? How are we getting drained? There's nothing on him that says he should be doing damage back to us.
This one's mine.
I'm coming, Lady Death. Forgive me for being 7 years late for our date. Sela, heal yourself.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Now, Gimpy's got Dispel. Or he had Dispel. Oh. Used them all up. Oops. Okay. Souped up magic missiles then. Dominate person, saving foe succeeded. Oh, and look, she got healed because of that. Good job. Okay, this little dragon. Veronica, blast her with blood.
We can do it!
So combat's over, right? Combat is technically over. Yep. Ouch, why did we get into this fight? I knew I couldn't handle it. Breathing heavily, Nura stands up and wipes her bloody hands on her clothes. Well, what are you waiting for, you scum? Come on, finish me off. Kill me like you killed Staunton and be glad you defeated the villains. Just make sure you don't wonder whose fault it was when he and I were on the demon's side. Thoughts like that could make you lose your appetite. Another tearful performance. Everyone is guilty but me. I've lost count of how many of you innocents I've sent to the chopping block. They should have been executed just for denying their responsibility. Never mind all their other crimes. Why did you betray me? I want to know the truth. Want to know the truth? Her face cringes painfully. Here's the truth. I hate all of you. If I'd been there the day Arilu Vorlesh opened the rift to the abyss, I would have gladly handed her the ingredients for the ritual. I put the pheromone-soaked cloth in your pocket. I wanted those hellbugs to eat your smug face off. I was the one who set the tents on fire that night, and I told the gargoyles who to grab. Every day I was in your army, I did all I could to hurt you. Oh, things I would gladly do to you, and it would be and it would be but 1,000th of what you deserve. What have I done? She hides her face in her hands. When I was 8, I was auctioned off like livestock. Like livestock, they used to stick to train me
Saturday
to
and
obey.
Sunday, January 15th and 16th are the monthly giveaways for January. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Again, that's this weekend for the giveaways. Okay, so they used the stick to train me to obey. Did the paladins of Mendev help me? Of course not. Even when we passed through a Mendevian city, none of those warriors of good lifted a finger to set me free. Slavers aren't demons, after all. She looks up and stares at you with eyes red with tears. The first time I came to the wound, I wasn't seeking adventure. My owner dragged me here on a leash. You think the demons bribed me? I was happy to betray him, without a shadow of a doubt, expecting nothing in return. I poured a sleeping potion into their soup pot, opened the gate, and waited for the demons to come in and tear them all to pieces, and me along with them. I didn't care, but the demons saw the real me. They made me a cultist. They offered me a chance for revenge. What will you do if I let you... No, we're not even answer that question. It's not too late for you to turn our side, help me destroy the demons. I will kill you here. You'll be locked up, and I'll think blah blah blah. I'm going to turn around and count to 3. When I turn my back, I want you gone. No, we're going to kill her. Everyone deserves death. Today I'll get mine. Yours awaits you tomorrow. Because she's a little pain in the ass. She deserved that. She's accusing me of doing stuff that I had nothing to do with. Just want to point that out. Look, my dragon. Chasing its own tail. It's a cute little puppy dog.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
Oh, perception checks failed everywhere. So we can miss. It's only 4. Gimpy didn't make a check. So something else is going on.
No time for idling.
So Gimpy hasn't made his check. I think he hasn't either.
That is quite a discovery.
And there we go. Boy, that was worth it.
Let us press on.
Okay, so if I remember right, Staunton had some case stuff. Silk resistance ones, epic songs. The wearer possesses the bardic performance class ability. 6 rounds. Now we don't care about that. Chain shirt 1. Light crossbow 1. Inspired wisdom 2. Make better. Physical form 2. Dexterity and constitution. Oh, that's a thing for Veronica. She's got might, strength, constitution. Oh, Scout doesn't have a belt. Scout, you should wear this dexterity one. Carapace. This is heavy armor. Mithril +2. Whenever an enemy lands a hit on the wearer, blah blah blah, attacker has a pass. Blah blah blah, damage strength. There we go. So that's better than what she's wearing. Looks better too. So that's for her. And then the Soul Shear. This is a nice glaive. Summons a demon if you kill something. Problem is, we don't have anybody focusing on glaives. Yeah, Rocket's a dual wielder, so that's not going to work for him. These guys don't do melee. So, Yeah, we'll survive. You're currently overloaded again, though. Dun, dun. Now what do we do?
The commander of the crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Dresden and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
Okay, so this is officially the beginning of Act 3. Officially. 10 days have passed now. "10 days. Oh, now I have to actually build a real army. I don't get to cheese my way through like we did with the Lich. Oh well. Story time.
Urgent matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you. So do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations.
Something has subtly changed in the way Queen of Mendev looks at you. Respect shines in her eyes, but her slightly furrowed brow indicates a hint of unease.
Dresden was taken quickly. Even more quickly than I'd anticipated.
Because you suck at your job.
Every death is an irretrievable loss.
Unless you're a Lich.
Considering the scale of our forces, the losses among our troops are tolerable.
Unless you're a Lich.
Morale is high among the Crusade forces that were entrusted to you. You handled the command superbly. I never doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise.
Uh-huh.
I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome after a fashion. I brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
With these words, Galfrey slides a ring from her finger and lays it on top of the cloak. So ring protection 4 and cloak resistance 3. Ring, where do you... What, are we betrothed now? Many soldiers is in my blood. Sure, we'll go chaotic.
Impertinent? Though I suppose a little impertinence is good in an officer. Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before. Your power bears little resemblance to other manifestations of the Inheritor's will that I have been fortunate enough to witness. But who can fathom the god's designs? And Iomedae has many heavenly allies, and they helped us on several occasions throughout the Crusades. There, I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
Something you should know. Early Royalers appeared before me in Dresden. She did not explain why she had come.
The Architect of the World Wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Stanchion Vein and claim the Sword of Valor? This is a very worrying development. Aurelia was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying. I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected,
Hey
of course.
Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
Anything else?
If not, you really should.
Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurilu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful. And if the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
You say so. You know anything about the huge demon that we met at the gates? It was much stronger than the rest.
The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals. He, Hep Zamira, and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Dresden was an unexpected development. But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Dresden.
Heard enough.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
Okay.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander. We won the battle for Dresden, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies. The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads. Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Dresden, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Irabeth shows you a sheet of paper with a list of 4 items. Demons with special power, secret path, missing patrol, and dragon. What can you tell me about the demons with special powers?
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers that no ordinary demon should have. It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
Of course I can. Secret path, what are you talking about?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the Grey Road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges, and cut us off from Dresden. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
There's a patrol missing.
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. And we can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Socorus lie in that direction. But after the siege of Dresden, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
A dragon? What dragon?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat. But there's very little food in the World Wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains. The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is.
I do.
We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the Citadel during the siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently. Go talk to him in the tavern. We might be able to help each other.
That's it for now.
There are a few pleasant matters. At the Queen's command, the Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled, and medals will be awarded to those who were particularly outstanding in battle. You know one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts. He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later drew the demons' attention in the battle with the Baylor, allowing the wounded to be rescued. There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Dresden. It's empty now. None of those imprisoned by the demons survived, and we don't have any new prisoners. We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course.
Knight or burn it? Very much knight.
Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle, No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Dumb. So, I don't understand these cities that mortals love so much. Stone, stone, and more stone. Who's talking? Is this the dragon? All the doors are so close to the ground and they're all the same shape. Why don't they ever put the door on the top floor and slide down to the ground instead? Why do they even want to go outside if it's no fun out there? If somebody built a fountain full of jam, say, I'd understand. A sudden voice from over your shoulder drops to an excited whisper. Or a chocolate tree, so people can break off a branch to munch on as they pass by. Who's speaking? And Avu. So, me, a tiny female dragon, so she is female. Dragon and evident chocolate tree enthusiast emerges from behind you. Don't tell me you didn't notice the cute little dragon following you. Well now, cute little dragon, if that's true, why did you only start speaking just now? Maybe I was a little shy. After all, we don't know each other. I had to take a look around and get used to things. Everything about the material plane is so weird and gray and stony, especially Dresden. What's your name, dragon? Avu, because I'm little. In my family, our names get longer as we get bigger and older, so imagine how funny it would be otherwise. Imagine being a 5-year-old dragon, barely hatched, but they were to call you Reslaburin or blah 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 or something like that. The little dragon snorts, and you conclude that this is her way of laughing. So apparently she's not very old. So, where did you come from? What do you mean, where did I come from? I flew all the way here to you. Well, I moved between the planes a tiny little bit, and then I flew the rest of the way to you. You always wanted to have a dragon of your own, haven't you? Who wouldn't want to want their own dragon companion? Of course I want my own very own dragon. If I ever meet someone who doesn't want to have a dragon for their very own, I'll make sure to keep my distance from them. They clearly have a few screws loose. Not sure I've ever thought about it before. That one. That'll make her laugh. That's what I'm saying. A little dragon nods knowingly. So, you don't like Dresden much then? It's not that I don't like it. You can have fun here too, but I liked my home in Elysium more. The little dragon frowns comically. That makes sense, though. After all, we're fighting the demons, and they make everything around them dull and nasty. But you're going to stop them soon, right? Oh, speaking of demons and fighting, you really need to head out to this beautiful ridge outside Dresden as fast as you can. Your friends are waiting for you there. There's something urgent and important they need to tell you. What friends? They're so nice. They're all really happy to see me. They really want to see you. I only flew past them the once, so I don't know much, but it must be important. I wonder what's waiting for me this time. Something really fun, you'll see. Oh, jeez. Okay, so. I'm not sure if this is good or bad. I got so used to the skeleton never saying a word, really. This one's actually going to talk. Guess we should go stealth stuff. Jewel ring, arcane weaver. I'll talk to the weaver. Gotta unload all the junk we're carrying around. See that spot to the north of the fortress? You might want to check over there. Spot north of what? I mean, where the ziggurat was? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured there'd be something over there. Good stuff. Not the jewelry trader. That's who I'm supposed to talk to. Okay. Oh, the junk. I'll sell one of those. That. Boozers. Come on. Oh, that's right. Metal train. Here comes a heavy pick. Helmet of Secorsha. Don't like there's a dent from it. It's a research thing, isn't it? I think. Warhammer 1. Don't need that. Long sort of bright. Yeah, we don't need that. Cloak of Disguise. Herald of Pain. Dueling Sword. We're never going to use that. Bastard Sword of Hope. Just one for nostalgia. Tender Touch. I'll hold on to that 8 for what's-her-face later on. Defense by Offense. Agile Dagger. What's Agile do? Balance responsive, whatever is back. Apply your dexterity modifier instead. That's no big deal. For us. Okay, weapons taken care of, armor, magic items, epic songs. Probably just throw this stuff in storage. I'll get the ring of protection 4. Enough. Robe of Order. Living Flame. Channels energy to harm undead. The next 2 rounds it becomes surrounded in a fire shield that deals 1d6 points of character. 1d6 plus character level fire damage to attackers for such whatever. Slight consequence of athletic check skills and fire resist 30. Tempted to give that to Nikki. Throw that in there for now. That'll be good enough for now. Still sitting at 80 grand. Oh, I'm gonna go see if that ring is still available too. Over from Arsenal.
We'll see this through.
No, I'm thinking of it. Levels. Rocket needs to level up. Mr. Garm should have an extra bag of holding too. Okay, we'll check that out. Thank you. So, Rocket. So, level 9. Another sneak attack. And level 5 spells. Let's see. Trickery. Stealth. Ability? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so improved your weapon fighting. Is there something he really needs? So what does it actually do? Second attack with offhand weapon. I probably need that. Double slice. No, nothing for him. He's dual wielding knives. It's 25k. We got the money. I think we'll be okay. So new spells. Animal growth. Hopefully we can use that on the dragon. And nothing for rocket. So Enduring. Greater Enduring. Ta-da. So level 1 spells, some level healing, some stuff in there. Level 2. Do we need more bark skin? Yeah, we need more bark skin. Probably need some for the dragon. Level 3. Just have that 1 resistance, a little bit of healing. Level 4. Nothing special there. Level 5. So aspect of the wolf. This will help him. So take on an aspect of a wolf. Haha, you're already a dog. Or a fox, whatever. Including some of the physical characteristics. Become more rugged. Ears become elongated. And your snout sharp fangs and fur. I think we already filled that. Plus 4 enhancement bonus to strength and dexterity. Plus 4 enhancement bonus on trip track. Or enhancement bonus on trip attacks and can make a trip combat maneuver as a swift action. This action does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So, yes, please. Animal growth. We'll see if that works on the dragon. We know it works on bismuth. Trusane for now. Because that'll last forever now, too. Yep. Can hover over animal growth for a sec. Okay. So, the animal grows to twice the normal size and 8 times its normal weight. The alteration changes the animal size category to the next largest, grants it a plus 8 size bonus to strength, plus 4 size bonus to constitution, and thus an extra 2 hit points per hit dice, and imposes a minus 2 size penalty to dexterity. Creature's existing natural armor bonus to AC increases by 2. The size change also affects the animal's modifier to AC attack rolls and its base damage. The animal's space and reach change is appropriate to the new size, but its speed does not change. Multiple magical effects that increase size do not stack. Yeah, it may not work on her, but we'll see. It might. We'll have to find out. So, everyone's good. Oh, did they clean up...
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break. Go get some more water while you are up. Your next break is in 2 hours.
So I gotta clean up that stuff. So... Smell book. And she has lesser restorations. I'll take care of the strength stuff, but the level, that's a problem. Rocket doesn't have access to restoration yet. Right? There it is, it's right there. Himself can just learn the spells it would otherwise grant. Oh, that ring. If you're not using Ember, it won't really be that useful. Just learn the spells that would be otherwise. Oh, it doesn't give you extra casts of it? I thought it did something else. Other than that. But I'll take a look at it and see exactly what it does. But yeah, no, Gimpy's going to have access to the spells. Because they're all arcane stuff. Yeah, I forget what else. The ring does something else too, I think. Or unless I'm thinking of a different ring. Or that other ring that Ember had. Put the one some of my chest. Are you familiar with that kind of stuff? Stuff. I think it might be. It's big stuff. How to heal it. Stuff. I'm not going to worry about that. Look at the cleric. Burned Ashwood. Cast a Burning Arc spell as a 5th level wizard. Spell at will. That's the Burnt Ashwood. 60 grand. Ring of Pyromania. So, this ring deals fire damage through a spell. They deal an additional damage. They also get 2+2. This is the ring I was thinking of. This is the one I was actually thinking of. So, additional damage, +5. So, additional damage 1d6 +5 fire damage. I also get a +2 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. So, yes. Well, I was talking about the Red Salamander too, but I thought I thought it was the same ring, but it's different. It's this one. Cast ability to cast simultaneously, grants the ability to cast following spells. Cast a spell there. Okay, so we don't need this one. Yeah, we don't need this one. Yeah, this ring will work on an Oracle. It worked on Ember because she's spontaneous too. We put it on Ember because she didn't have access to all these spells. She had access to some of them, but not all of them. Battle Mage's Headband. It's a Wisdom and Charisma. It's a killing blow with melee weapon. Their next spell becomes empowered, as though using the empowerment speed. That's actually a good thing for a rocket. That's a good headband for rocket. Yeah, Ember gets a lot of these. Like, if I remember right, she actually had Hellfire Ray. She had 2 sets of them. She had a lower level one and a higher level one. I think the higher level one was from her witch path, but the lower level one was from the ring. I think Firestorm. No, I don't think she had 2 Firestorms, or did she? I don't know, but I know she had 2 Hellfires. So there's that. Some of the stuff is in her list, but yeah. Right. No, this is a very good ring for Ember. If you want to go the fire route with her, it's very good. Bookworms. So, plus 2 bonus to intelligence and immunity to all compulsive effects. However, it also inflicts minus 2 charisma. Dude, we don't want that. This one. Wisdom and charisma. This, because Rocket, if I remember right, needs that stuff. Oh yeah, that's her final thing. Yeah, that's a quest thing for her. That big fire special, that big firestorm spell she gets. Yeah, that's specific to her. That's not an actual spell. Wisdom. Oh, he doesn't. Does he care about dexterity? Charisma? Actually, I think he does. His charisma goes up. It does do something for him. I think it's related to one of his traits. Special abilities. Shadows, there we go. So his stealth related stuff. Number of times per day equal to his charisma modifier. Only lasts for a minute, but his higher level stuff. Benefits of displacement. 14th, it's effective greater invisibility. Ta-da. $30,000. Leave us with $7,000 left. It's only money, right? Oh, jeez. Wasn't expecting that. So I'll get 2 of those. It's okay. So that's an actual crown type thing. Looks good in crown. Okay, so there's that. Now we're gonna go make a little visit up to this part of the stuff. Oh, that ring. That's for Gimpy. So Pyromania. Chaotic Fascination. Ring Protection 2. Increases the DC of all saving throws against spells from the enchantment school. Also grants a wearer +2 bonus to saving throws against spells of the enchantment school. That's like mind control and stuff like that, right? Storyteller ring. He's gonna, I think he picks this up through his abilities. Yeah, he doesn't have the best will save because his wisdom's not that high. I'm pretty sure his little personal abilities are the same as this. Yeah, I know enchantment is the whole thing, everything. Rocket, protection 2. Same thing against disease, nausea, and sickened effects. I keep that on him for now, I guess. Scout. Immunity to bleed. That's useful. No, I don't think he gets haste, but we'll pretty sure that's not in his list. Chapter 2 again. A lot of the stuff we're using spells to overcome this stuff that are better than those. Look, you can't bleed now. Oh, the dragon. We need to give gear to the dragon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rocket doesn't get haste. No. No, he's basically divine. Anyone that can buff the others. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. The Scout can do that buff. Cloaker's resistance 3 though. We've got the compulsion stuff too there. Rocket, Parity. Sends a killing blow again immune to mind affecting conditions for 3 rounds. Mickey has got the Cloak of Blood Scent. If he's using Rage, which he doesn't. What does it actually do? +2 attack bonus on attacks against wounded enemies. So tempted to get him make him into a little barbarian or a blood rager just for that. Disguise. Worry. No, it's not worry. Give that to Veronica. See, Veronica could technically wear this, but she doesn't do haste. And her diadem is better for her anyway. Poor Veronica. Okay, good enough. Okay, so off to see what's up here. Oh, it's Shredder Break. Oops. Thank you for I totally forgot. Okay, so thank you for the reminder. I was supposed to take a break 10 minutes ago, so a little late, but that's okay. Anyway, I got to take a quick break, got to get some water, that kind of thing, stretch my legs, check on the dog, see what they're up to. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.